We have a 10-point must system, guys. All right. It's a 10-point system. Why do we only use points 10, 9, 8, and every now and then 7? And follow me here. If we're just going to score rounds 10 to 9, I know every now and then we'll get a 10-8 round, even if you don't fall, but it has to be a complete ass whooping to get a 10-8 round without a knockdown. Why are we doing this where we're having fights where one guy's whooping somebody's ass and he's getting the same score for somebody who just edges out a round? 10-9 should be close round. We should never see 10-10 rounds. 10-9 should be close round, but I'm going to give the slight edge to this guy for whatever reason you want. Inactivity, whatever. 10-8 round would be like what round 9 was with Canelo Crawford, or what round 10 was, I believe, with Haney Loma, where Loma almost got him out of there. So what I'm saying is, why don't we use more points? It'll eliminate shitty draws, and boxing would not have survived this weekend had they given that to Canelo, because everybody was watching on Netflix. Everybody in that stadium knew who had won that fight. But, bro, had there been one more round given to Canelo, we're talking about what is wrong with boxing today. So all I'm saying is, why don't we use more points in the 10-point must system? What are your thoughts? Is that something that we should talk about? Because boxing would have died this weekend had that fight been given to Canelo or had that been given a draw.
What's your cousin's name again?
Nehemiah Cavazos.
Boy, shout out to Nehemiah Cavazos. How did he just think of that? Oh, I know how. His dad, my favorite coach in the city, Coach Fred, you understand me? That's how he get his knowledge. JJ, you know what? After putting some thought and some thinking and some thinking to some thought, do you understand me, sir? I think that makes absolutely complete sense, JJ, because it's not fair, right? And it's been the way we did it for all of these years. And like I say, but with time comes a change. But I think Nehemiah Cavazos, young Albert Einstein, has processed a great idea. Because if you dominating around, that should be 10-8 automatically.
Mm-hmm.
If you knock down somebody, what's wrong with making it a 10-7? Mm-hmm. And if you barely went around, edge it out, 10-9. That makes sense to me. And that'll keep all the drama from going away. JJ, I'm 100% all the way with that.
Dude, you know how many times I had to go to the office and they'd be like, dude, how was that a draw? And I have to sit and explain, well, it's a 12-round fight. And it's like you have 12 individual fights. And you have to ask yourself who won each round, even if somebody gets their ass with one round. But then, and it would be easier for the casuals to understand. Let's take it back to De La Hoya Trinidad. De La Hoya was dominating that fight, doing whatever he wanted. He chose to stop doing that. So why should Trinidad get, and I'm not hating on Tito here. I know I think Tito Trinidad, one of my favorite fighters of all time. But Tito didn't do nothing different. Oscar did. He effed himself, but Tito didn't just step up his game. So why Oscar was dominating the fight, he changed his game plan, and you're going to give Tito the same amount of credit? It's just little things like that where I think it would clear up a lot of controversy. It will clear up draws. I know Dan said there should be an odd number of rounds, but if you get in today's scoring system, a knockdown basically eliminates there being an odd number of rounds. We need to get more creative with how we score it. We have 10 points. It's not a 3-point must system. It's 10 points. Let's use them all. Let's make the sport better. My favorite thing about boxing is that not a lot has changed. Not like the NFL where they make it better for offense, or the NHL or baseball. You can say this guy could fight that guy because the rules haven't changed that much. But this doesn't really affect the product of the fight. This affects how we score it. So it's not really changing the sport. I don't like changing the sport, but I think that's something that's necessary because, again, if those 70,000 people in that arena and if the 41 million watching around the world would have seen that fight be a draw or would have seen that fight go to Canelo, boxing would have died this weekend.